Welcome to our 2020-2021 graduation ceremony. Needless to say, this is an unusual year, and I don't have words to thank all of the team members and parents and students who made this possible. It has been quite a ride. Parents who sacrifice their time and effort assuring their children's success. Teachers, teacher aides who learn and improve daily on the way that they were delivering the academics. And they dedicated hours to secure your student success. And of course, a big thank you and recognition to our students. I do believe there was not a waste of an academic year. They learn a lot, but at the same time, they learn new skills, technological skills that are going to help them throughout the years to come. But they sacrifice a lot. They sacrifice a year of social interaction with their peers, and that's too much. So we'll be back stronger and better, and I can't wait for next school year in August to open the doors to all of you and have you back in school. Finally, this year Draw Academy celebrates its 20th anniversary. This is our 20th year we opened since 2001. So before we go to recognize teachers and students' accomplishments, help me celebrating these 20 years of hard work, and help me thanking all members of this team, some who are no longer with us, some who came for a few years, but thanks to all of them throughout the years, we were able to make what Draw Academy is today. Thank you. So yes, happy birthday, Draw Academy, 20 years. We're doing this here because the school is celebrating its 20th year, and this sign as well, having here for 20 years. So thank you, thanks for everything. It has been a ride of a lifetime. I appreciate everything. But we're gonna go now to the real heroes of this operation, our teachers. Thank you. So it is my pleasure to introduce to you the class of kindergarten. But first, I want to recognize our teacher aides, Ms. Isatis Amur, Ms. Estela Castro, and Ms. Lisbeth Carvajal. Thanks for all you do daily. And now our first teacher, Ms. Yamile Aguirre.
Hola a todos, espero que se encuentren muy bien. Hoy quiero darles las gracias a ustedes, padres de familia, por haberme permitido ser la maestra de sus hijos durante este año. Gracias por la constante comunicación, por su colaboración, por la preocupación que ustedes mantenían para que sus hijos aprendieran de la mejor manera. Gracias por haber acomodado un espacio en su casa para que los niños pudieran aprender, se pudieran establecer allá como si estuvieran en el salón de clase. Mil gracias por todo eso y por la paciencia. Muchas gracias. Y a ustedes, mis niños, mis corazones de melones, los más importantes de esta historia, los protagonistas, mil gracias. Mil gracias por haber llegado a mi vida. Gracias porque todos los días ustedes me regalaban felicidad. Gracias por mantener mi espíritu de niña viva todos los días. Gracias por los bailes, por las canciones, por los dibujos, por todo. Muchas gracias, infinitas, desde mi corazón. A ustedes los voy a llevar siempre en mi mente y en mi corazón, y yo espero que ustedes tampoco me olviden, porque nosotros creamos un lazo muy lindo. Ustedes el próximo año van a tener oportunidades de conocer nuevos amigos, van a tener la oportunidad de tener otra maestra a la cual van a querer y van a respetar tanto como a mí, como lo hicieron conmigo, porque de esa manera yo me sentí con ustedes durante este año. Cuídense, pórtense bien, sean bien juiciosos y mantengan las pilas puestas. Nada de perecita. La perecita se queda en la cama, acuérdense, mientras que ustedes se van a estudiar. Gracias por todo. Los quiero mucho. Que tengan unas felices vacaciones y que empiecen con el pie derecho el próximo año. Y les quiero decir, este año escolar culminó con todos los logros, con todos los objetivos alcanzados. Ustedes van muy bien para primer grado y le van a demostrar a la maestra primero que aprendieron mucho durante este año. Los llevo en mi corazón, les mando mil bendiciones y muchas gracias por todo. Se me cuidan.
Cynthia Samanes.
Buenos días, Mr. Donati, buenos días, Miss Patricia, buenos días, queridos padres. Hoy estamos finalizando un nuevo año escolar. Hoy quiero decirles a todos ustedes que estoy muy contenta de haber sido la maestra de sus niños. Estoy muy contenta por haberlos conocido día a día, haber aprendido de ustedes y haber aprendido juntos. Quiero decirles, chicos, que ustedes pueden lograr muchas cosas. No importa cuántas veces se equivoquen ni cuántas veces se caigan. Quiero que recuerden que ustedes pueden hacerlo. Quiero que recuerden que practicando, luchando y esforzándose diariamente podrán conseguir muchas cosas. ¿De acuerdo? Así como lo hacemos en la escuela. Así como lo hemos hecho día con día. Al principio no sabíamos leer ni escribir y ahora miren todo lo que hemos logrado. Quiero agradecer a los papis, mamis, abuelitos, a todos los que estuvieron pendientes de sus niños para lograr que ellos sigan avanzando. Que ellos sigan avanzando a primer grado. Sí, chicos, ya están en primer grado. Los felicito y sé que lograrán muchas cosas. Los quiero mucho y siempre los voy a llevar en mi corazón.
And finally, our last teacher for kindergarten, Miss Rosario Goto.
Buenos días, Mr. Bonatti, Miss Patricia, querida familia Draw, queridos padres y estimados alumnos. Hoy es el último día de clase del año escolar 2020-2021, el cual quedará en nuestro recuerdo. Año en el que supimos salir adelante y aprendimos a estudiar en condiciones muy difíciles desde nuestra casa. Ahora, al empezar el primer grado, les toca recordar todo lo aprendido en el año y poner mucha atención a lo que viene nuevo. Queremos agradecer a cada uno de los niños por su cariño y los recuerdos vividos y compartidos, los cuales siempre quedarán en nuestro corazón. Muchas gracias porque aprendimos mucho de cada uno de ustedes y que compartiré con los nuevos estudiantes. Quiero felicitar a cada uno de ustedes por el empeño en aprender y en lograr sus metas. Acuérdense siempre de dar lo mejor de ustedes y que nada es imposible, que se puede lograr con esfuerzo y dedicación. Sobre todo las palabras mágicas, ¿no? Que son respeto, honestidad y responsabilidad, que son nuestros valores. Y a sus queridos padres, muchas gracias por darnos la oportunidad de ser las maestras de sus hijos, por apoyarlos, dedicarles su tiempo y, ¿por qué no?, a conocerlos mejor siendo sus mejores maestros en casa. Ha sido un año maravilloso y gratificante para nosotras. Nuestro corazón siempre estará con ustedes, queridos niños y su familia, que durante este año fue también nuestra familia. Muchas gracias a la clase Kinder Micharo 2020-2021. Dios los bendiga, cuídense y que tengan muchos éxitos en primer grado. Les deseamos con mucho cariño Miss Lisbeth y Micharo. Muchas gracias.
Without further delay, the winner of the Kinder Principals Award is Ms. Bestegui.
The name of the student is Alison Mejia.
Alison. Te felicito, Alison. Muy bien. All right. Good job, Alison. And the other winner of the Kindergarten Principals Award is Ms. Bestegui, please.
And the name of the student is Jason Zapeta.
Hey.
Ven.
Venga,
Ven,
Jason.
Ven.
Los felicito, Jason. Acá, premio. Turn around. Eso. Ahí. Dear parents, in these unusual times, I can't end this year without talking about COVID and vaccines. Since the first day of this pandemic, back in March 2020, I have informed you with scientific-based factual data. I sent you surveys, science articles, doctors' opinions, and everything I could get my attention to help you educate as much as possible so you could get an informed decision based on facts and data. I also said since day one, almost 1.5 years ago, that in my opinion the only thing that would give us a way out of the pandemic was a vaccine. We now have a vaccine, and another battle has started with people who, for no other reason than fear not sustained by millions of doctors worldwide who support the vaccine, have decided not to get it. All this time, and against every single argument I heard, I presented a solid science-based counter-argument. As of today, according to data collected by Bloomberg, the biggest vaccination campaign in history is underway. More than 1.84 billion doses of the vaccine have been administered in 176 countries. In the US alone, 294 million doses have been given so far. But I still hear people state that they want to see what happens before reaching a decision. The worst part of this is that if we don't get a higher number of vaccinated people, the virus has ample room to mutate, and we will see a higher rebound. Consequently, more people will get sick and more people will die unnecessarily. Furthermore, we're lucky to live in a country where vaccines are available. Most countries around the world do not have the luxury to reject the medicine that can save our lives or our loved ones' lives. For example, for measles, 94% of the population must be immune to stop massive transmission. For COVID, while still it is early to determine with exactitude, it's estimated that it has to be over 70%. Today, only 40% of the US population is vaccinated, and the non-vaccinated are not willing to do it due to simple fear. This means that people who do not get vaccinated are helping this pandemic to continue. For the past 20 years, Draw Team and myself have been successfully educating and protecting your children daily. You bring your children daily for us to do this. You trust us. For the past 20 years, you have trusted us in every decision that affects the future of your child and your families. I am asking you to do the same, to trust us one more time. We must, all of us, do our part to end this nightmare. It does not depend on just a few, but all of us. Do it again today. Protect your family, protect the community. Think about it. When you get vaccinated, you will be saving thousands of lives. Get vaccinated now. Thank you. I'm a member. Are you?
I got mine. How about you?
Happy to be fully vaccinated.
What about you?
I'm helping you and me.
Let's get back
Do
to
the same.
normal.
Vaccinate.
I am a member. Are you?
Hey, ya vacúnate, ¿ok?
Vaccination record card.
I am vaccinated.
I'm proud to be a member too. And you?
Yo ya me vacuné, ahora te toca a ti. Vacúnate.
I got my COVID shot. Did you?
All you have to do is get vaccinated.
A vacunarnos todos.
Don't fight anymore. Get vaccinated.
Yo tengo
I
mi
did it.
vacuna.
And you?
¿Y tú?
I am a member. Are you?
I got my vaccine. How about you?
Be dramatic. Just be safe.
I'm a member. Are you?
Ya me vacuné. ¿Y tú?
Yes, Mom. ¿Y Lucy?
You want a good advice?
I got it.
Get the vaccine.
Will you?
Protect yourself and your family.
Join the 131 million people already fully vaccinated.
Get vaccinated today.
We're from the club. Are you?
I'm a member. Are you? For the past year and a half, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we had to endure unique experiences. Among those, 2 of our team members suffered this illness. They had to be hospitalized and are now in a long recovery and very slow. But some of our students and families pay the ultimate price. One of those, and probably the loss that touches us the most, is the passing of our former student, Jose Diaz. I remember him as a gentle bear. He was always a big kid with a silly smile. If he was ever in trouble, and he was sometimes, I can still see him in my office. He will be apologetic and kind of clueless about what situation he has got into. It is funny that all of us remember him as Jose Diaz. He was never Jose or Mr. Diaz. He will always be remembered as Jose Diaz, always smiling and everyone's friend. Jose was by far not the fastest runner, but he was always there. He never missed a running event and was continuously trying his best. A few years later, he came back to draw, this time as a parent. Out of his 4 children, he enrolled his oldest ones, Genesis and Adrian, both as sweet and always sharing a smile and a hug as I evoke Jose Diaz. A few weeks ago, Adrian came by the school holding a plush bear. Still smiling and silent, he gave it to me. Without saying a word, he pushed his belly pressing a button, and I heard a recording of Jose's voice with a message of love to his son. He was not just the good kid we remember, but also a great parent. We lost a good one, and Jose Diaz will always be remembered by all of those touched by his gentle, mild, and warm character. Godspeed, Jose. We'll miss you.
I want to remember one of my first students at Draw Academy. He was my student during 2 years, 4th and 5th grade. And the best story I remember is when I did his home visit. He was waiting for me in the balcony of his apartment, very well dressed, with a very nice dress, yellow, green and red, a perfect hairstyle. And he ran downstairs and walked me to his apartment, where Dad and Mom were waiting for me with juices, cookies. We had a very nice conversation. He was so happy and excited. And it was one of the best moments I spent with him. And then, a couple of years ago, he was in my office talking about one of his kids. I couldn't believe it. It was so emotional. I love that, and he will be always in my heart.
The last time I saw Jose, I was on traffic control duty during dismissal. He was driving a red pickup truck, wearing his usual oversized black tee, and his signature Jose Diaz smile. He was always enthusiastically waving at me as he passed me by, and I remember thinking just how fast time flies. When I met him, I was one of the small kids, and he was one of the big kids at Draw. For years, Jose and I frequented this very stage for our end-of-the-year plays and traveled together for school running team. With a total of 350 students, it was impossible not to become friends with everybody. He was goofy, chatty, and always a lot of fun to be around. I will always remember him as the big bear he was. The big kid that always had a pencil on his right ear, and the person that radiated warmth and kindness. He was everybody's friend, and just like his children are now, will always be part of the Draw family.
Dear parents, students, and teachers, when a school year ends, I normally feel the obligation of looking back to see what worked, to see what could have been improved, what we learned from the past. We can only do that. We can learn from the past, we can act on the present, and we can plan for the future. More than ever, this school year needs such a reflection. We can look back, cry for what we lost, or we can look back and learn something. I can't help to see the suffering of others. I can't help to learn what we can do to improve ourselves and the lives of others. But mainly we have to learn from those lessons. Our youth lost many things: memories, friends, social learning, and then many experiences that will force their character. But then also from those losses, they can strengthen their character. They can look at life with a different appreciation. We can all see how we acted, how we cared for others. While some people retracted and somehow selfishly took care of just for themselves, while some others cowered in front of the situation that couldn't be handled, others took the reins, looked at the situation, and decided what to do. We learn from ourselves. We learn from our strengths and our weaknesses. And in some cases, we can honestly say that we gave our best. This dark stage of our life is leaving us an invitation to do that learning. We all lost something, but the learning is ours to keep. As such, I want everybody to reflect on this time, not with sadness, but as we read this page of the book of our history, to realize what we are, what we learn. And then, as with every lesson in life, we can simply become better prepared to change the things in which we have power and to accept those that we cannot. I want this reflection to serve a purpose. Whatever summarizes the lessons of this year that the Learner's Creed our students recite daily before working, I am asking our students to read again, to believe in themselves, to believe in what they can do to become better and to learn, to put in life the lessons from this time. For years, we have asked our children in school to recite that creed in the morning and in the afternoon at the end of the day to reflect those things that were under their power to fulfill the objectives in the morning. Now that we are rapidly and hopefully facing the dawn of a new day, away from this pandemic, this will definitely be a sad page of our book, but it also can be a valuable lesson from which we can understand the best and the worst of ourselves. Let's capitalize on that experience. Let's make our life and the life of others better. That's my desire for the new days of this life that we're facing. That's my desire for our children, that they will learn and they will become out of this stronger in soul and in character, that they will appreciate life in a better form, facing adversity in a better manner. And because of that, I need from every single person that is walking this road with us to believe in the school, to believe in themselves, to believe in what we are trying to do here. That in the midst of all this confusion, we learn to keep providing our best, to give our untiring efforts to simply improve the life of a child. Thank you, take care, and I will see you in August.